Caleb. I'm here with my very first video on Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. This is a remastered version of the original Age of Empires 2 game, which came out in 1998. I started playing this game when I was 11 or 12, so like the late 2000s. It was actually Age of Empires 1. My local library had a game disc that you could check out. And so, when I could, I borrowed that game from the library, played it a lot, loved it, fell in love with Age of Empires 2, and so I've just been playing it casually over the last, it's close to a decade, a little over a decade. And I played all sorts of Age of Empires games, but Age of Empires 2 remains one of my favorite, and that's the one I've been engaged with the most, especially recently. So, after seeing a lot of people like T90, Viper on YouTube, cast games and just increase their strategy, I decided to do one of my own. So here we go. First video that I'm going to be casting. Right here we have Ukra Girl, who is playing as the Aztecs, I believe. Yeah, the Aztecs. And over here we got Wanky Donk, which is playing as the Lithuanians. I'm just going to play it and get going. Alright, so Lithuanians start off with additional 150 food, I believe. We have a house, 2 villas. And then we have the third villager coming in, gathering the goats. And then we got Ukra Girl over here. I don't know what she's doing. Going back with 2 villagers. I'm kind of confused about that. But that's alright. Alright, building back house. Still nothing on goats yet. I don't know what she's doing about that. Then we got some scouting goats for Wanky Donk over here. And then we got all the vills getting that one. Let's see what this... Yeah, the scout is just going around, finding any loose goats, scatter the boar. That's going to be handy later on. Actually, it's going to be a bit different. Okay, so we found the goats. They're going to be going around, scouting out the fog. The villagers are pretty efficient. Getting as much food as they can. There is no second house. There's no wood line yet, but hopefully Wanky Donk realizes that this cavalry kind of being slow. Let's go over to Ukra Girl's point of view. Now finally getting the goat. 3 houses in the back. That's unfortunate. She's not going to have enough wood to create a lumber camp, which is ideal. I think maybe wait off on the houses, maybe build 2 at the most, save that extra 25 wood just for any other buildings you might need. Build a mill early on. That's not ideal. You don't want to start off with a mill right away. Ideally, you're going to have all of your villagers be gathering food, maybe break off 1 or 2, go build a wood line either here or over here. That way you can have wood income as well as food. Early game buildings are going to be very important. Picks up some extra goats there. That's going to be pretty handy. Back to Wanky Donk. Wanky Donk is getting the Straggler's Tree. Okay, so he is saving on wood. He's got 205 wood, so he is able to build 2 buildings, either mining camp or lumber camp, but instead he's going to be saving. Oh, Annie's house. He should have built that second house. Don't know what he was doing there. But gathering this tree so close to the town center saves on wood. If you're trying to build your economy more quickly. The problem is he should have built second house, third house, or a lumber camp by now. So that was a mistake on his part. But that's fine. That's totally fine. So we're going to go back to the full view. Wanky found 2 more goats forward. He's pulling them back, ultimately denying that resource to Ukra Girl. Finally seeing the town center. Oh, and he's idle. That is unfortunate. Wanky probably should have paid more attention to his scout instead of auto-scouting. But now he's lost that vital piece of information. Now he's... Let's see what he sees. Yeah, he only sees the TC and this faint strip and everything surrounding his base. Not exactly ideal. He's bringing in his boar, so he accidentally took 2 goats there, which is not the best. But that wood income's pretty good. And he's going to shoot that boar. There we go. Is he going to lose that vill? Probably not. Nah. He is fine. Back to Ukra Girl. So many on berries. Still getting goats. And leaving that goat to rot. That is a mistake. As you can see, dead animals, when not being collected for food, actually while being collected for food too, they rot. So she's actually losing food there, which is also not ideal. And 3 villagers gathering these 3 straggler trees. You probably want to focus on one, just so there's this close of walking distance. Oops, sorry, bumped my mouse. There's this close of walking distance rather than walking all this way back. Also should be making a lumber camp somewhere, but instead, that's okay. She's getting berries, she's getting goats, all that good stuff. Checking back on Wanky Donk. Now, he lost his scout early on, so if he didn't, he would have scouted all this down here, most of this up here. He would have found some good choke points that he could wall up. I think he might go for walls later on. He's got some good lanes here, 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 and here. So he should be walling all that up eventually. He's going to berries. That's fine because he wants to get... Oh, clicked up to feudal age. Look at that. And finally, with the lumber camp, these straggler trees really paid dividends. Got a lot of resources. He's got 4 on wood, 157 food, 177 wood now, 300 food. So he's got excess food now. He should be spending all of that in as many villagers as he can. Ooker Girl. Hunting boar, finally. It's a bit late in the game. You have way too many on wood, dude. What is that? 7? No, 9. 9 on wood. And all these straggler trees not even being chopped. That is a wasted opportunity. Thankfully, they took down the boar close to this mill here. So that is primo. Doesn't have to bring it all the way back to base. She probably should have done that a while ago, but that's fine. She does whatever she does. This eagle has not been scouting effectively. Still only scouted the surrounding area. See, the problem with her base is she has a lot of open gaps. She can wall this up. This is kind of a bit... Oh, there, Wanky's up the feudal. This is kind of a big open area right here. Probably too big for her to commit to. At best, should probably cover this and this. Then also leaves you with a lot of open space. So if someone breaks through, someone being Wanky, can just cut right in the side here. Alright, see? Yep, called it. Wanky is building up his walls. Double wall layer. Finally getting another house. About to be pop capped. You should probably focus on building another house, my dude. Don't know why this bill's going forward. Alright, now that he changed his mind, went back. Walling here, too. No wall here yet. That's fine. He's got a lot of wood. I don't know what he's doing. Second boar, probably should take that. I don't know why he's waiting. Maybe he's just focused on berries. There's that house. Pretty decent overall. The problem is that he is housed in the game sense. That means that his population is not able to increase because he doesn't have enough population space. Right now he has 15 villagers out of 15. Once he builds another house, it's going to go up by 5. Yep, there's 20. You probably want to make another house, my dude. Maybe build another house or 2 behind this wall right here. So let's see what's going on elsewhere on the map. All these white dots on the minimap are relics. This one right here is going to be easy for red to collect. This one in the south, probably going to have to find that. Middle is easy to get. And then top is easy to get. This one is inside Wanky's base. Oh, no, Wanky, you have a hole here. But he doesn't have scouts. Yeah, he doesn't even see that. I don't even think... He probably assumes that this goes straight to the wall, to the edge of the map. So he's not going to wall that off. The problem is there is an empty space there. See, so this Ville's going to go over, scouting this area, saying, "Oh, I'm going to build this up." Is she? Let's see. We'll come back to that later. Yep. That's a good spot to wall up as well. We got one idle. That guy right there. That's fine. Okay, so she sees that. She's walling that up. That's great. Now, unfortunately, here's the problem. Eagle Scout is in because came right up this little hole right here and came in the back. She also probably... Wanky Donk also probably assumes that this is all forest back here, but that is not the case. So that's going to be a big misplay on his part. We got wall house right here. That's probably a gap. No, actually, no. I think that's pretty well covered. It's not bad. The problem is you got all this open space here on the right, and all this open space on the bottom, so that's not great for her. Really bad mining camp. You really don't want to have that far between the two camps, especially because stone's not going to be good until a little bit later in the game. So what she should have done is she watchtower to protect that resource in case raids come in. Probably not going to be a factor. Wanky doesn't seem like he's going to be making military anytime soon. However, I would have put this mining camp probably here or here. And focus on the gold rather than the stone, and then later in the game, once you have an excess of wood, then make a second mining camp right there. But that's fine. She's doing what she's doing. Got some farm eco coming in. I don't know if she has the farming upgrade. She should probably get that if she's committing this much to farms. No military building from either side yet. Seems like combat isn't going to be a big role in this early game. So Wanky's going to gold. He's eventually going to want to go up to castle pretty soon. With this farm eco, kind of slow. He's got some goats here that really aren't being utilized. He's just going full farm. Ton of wood, 500 wood. That might be a little bit too much. I'd pull off 3 villagers to go make some farms, but that's fine. There's the blacksmith for the upgrades eventually down the line. Now, again, I do want to stress, this hole is pretty open there. Let's see Ukra Girl's point of view for that. Yeah, she knows. She doesn't see a complete wall there, but again, that doesn't matter. You can just sneak right in. If she was more aggressively focused, she'd build a forward barracks probably here, just so it's out of sight, and then send the military through the back. I don't think she's going to do that. She's too focused at home with her economy. Look at all these farms. Jeez. Now, I don't think these are a good placement for farms early game because you're going to be wanting to get more food than anything. I would actually put these farms around the mill just because that's a gather point. And there's the barracks. Okay. Probably going to make some defensive pikemen if I could guess. Got a lot of food and wood. So let's see how that goes along. I'd be interested to see how the unique units are going to play out in this game. So let's talk about the unique units for a little bit. So Aztecs get Jaguar Warrior, and their unique tech is Garland Wars, I believe, which give infantry +4 attack. So used effectively, Jaguar Warriors are just going to be shredding buildings and units. No problem. The problem is that they don't get any cavalry. So there's not going to be that mobility factor. They're going to have excellent, superb, excellent, I already said that, infantry, and archer range straight away. All right, so I guess we're going to be seeing some infantry and archery combinations there. Wanky Donk, their forward market. This house wall is pretty effective if she comes in on attacking this angle. Not going to be super effective. Probably going to want to aim up here or to the side. Like I said, no military buildings. But the Lithuanians are an excellent, superb cavalry civilization. I think their unique unit is called the Lightus, which is basically just an upgraded knight paladin type of cavalry unit. And their I forget what their unique tech is. But one of the bonuses they get as part of the Lithuanian civilization is that for every relic that the Lithuanians have inside their monastery is not only going to be producing them gold, but as an added bonus, they're going to receive +1 knight attack damage. So, I think a maximum of +4. So, with the Aztecs researching a technology, their infantry are all going to have +4 attack. However, the Lithuanians having 4 relics is going to give them +4 attack for their knights as well. So, a strategy that Wanky's probably going to want to utilize is going full knights. The gold economy, not so great, only 2 on gold, and tons of farms. Jeez. That food income is going to be incredible. But, as a military strategy, Wanky's going to want to go knights. Got some scouts in front. She's going to see the house wall here. Forward house, I don't know why you would do that. I would just put that here, make a wall for yourself. What else is going on back here? Yep, creating another Eagle Scout and some pikemen just in case of raids. That's the resource she has. How much resources does she have, actually? She's only got 48 gold, so she's not going to be producing a ton of archers. But that massive amount of food, 17 on food, 13 on wood, that's a lot. That's why you go pikemen, skirmishers. That's the resource she has, so that's the resource she's going to spend. Back blacksmith, getting armor upgrades and archer upgrades. I also would not have built them back like that. I would build them forward. See, she's utilizing all this wood on houses, making a house wall, but you could just as easily build these two buildings forward to also save yourself some space, and they have a ton of hit points. Oh, there's some combat going on. Oh, that scout's in. Town Bell from Wanky. Not going to be super effective. Only hit a couple times. As the eagle runs back, maybe he's going to garrison again? Doesn't seem like it. Also, this forward gold looks like a cross. Actually, an upside-down cross if looked at the other way. So, Wanky has the power of Satan on his side, which will hopefully pay dividends. Look at these castle times. They're so close. Wanky going up first with Ukra coming close behind. Now, if I were him, I would get some... Yep, there we go. I would get some woodcutting upgrades, farming upgrades. He knows what he's doing. Look at these two miners going. Where are they going off to the side? Let's see what they see. Yep, see, they finally see that hole. Wanky probably guessed, how did that Eagle Scout get in? Finally walling it up. Ideally, he should be walling here, less wood. I mean, he doesn't even know about this pocket here, so that's going to be a big mistake. And also, like I said, he lost his scout, so he still hasn't explored anything outside of his base, just this narrow strip in the middle. Let's go back to Ukra. Yeah, she has an enormous amount of exploration due to that eagle. She sees all the relics down here, barely sees the relic at the back. Just superb information. Town center on the gold. Also not a great place, this double W, Wonder Woman type of gold looking here. You should probably build that town center right here, bud. Right here would be ideal. But I know that she wants it close to that wood line. Yep, that makes sense. She's going to go wood. Got some idle vills. Overextending farms a little bit still. I don't know what she's doing there. Rebuild lumber camp there. Could probably take the wood to the north. Maybe this forward wood too, but I understand what she's doing, building the town center right there. House wall on top. Trying to cover all her bases. I would utilize this wood line a little bit so you can kind of save on space. Like I said, should be building these houses here and maybe up here as well. Interesting. Mid-castle. I don't see what that does exactly. If you're going to build a castle, I would put it right here to defend your eco, or build it forward, maybe right here or right here, maybe on the top of this hill. But then, that's just me. Monastery coming from Wanky, so he is going to be utilizing the relic strategy because he has definitely this one right here. So he can at least get +1 attack, as well as a little bit of gold income. Second TC on this gold, and see, Wanky built that mining camp on the stone. Another lumber camp, so, yep, he's going to be moving that. He knows that if he cuts in through this wall anymore, that's just going to be an open target for the military to come in. Utilizing this back gold very well. He can always take this forward one later. So, like I said, the power of Satan, this monastery is not for Christ. It's not for any type of other ancient deity. It is purely for the worship of Lucifer. Let's see what's going on back at this base. A lot on wood. How much? What's your? She got 17 on wood, 20 on food, only 2 on gold. I feel like that's a mistake. She's got to have more on gold if she's going to be wanting to have a head start. Second barracks, siege workshop. She doesn't have enough gold for upgrades. She doesn't have enough gold to produce any units of any value. Excuse me, of any value. Looks like she's getting the pikeman upgrade. She's got a bunch of units queued. Yep, pikeman. Was that arson? Infantry do more bonus damage to buildings. And also queuing up a ton of pikemen. No archers except for a couple skirmishers. Nothing from siege. Nothing from castle. And meanwhile, Wanky's just producing villagers. He is more than okay just producing villagers, getting economy. That's an idle villager. He has so much food. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at his resources. He's got so much on gold right here. 1,400 gold, almost 2,000 food, but he's got no military. I don't even think there's a single military building. So he's just stockpiling resources. He should be committing to military. He's in castle. He probably should have made a castle by now, either defensively right here or made one forward. He doesn't have enough wood. He's got a lot, not doing too much. Yeah, this is a rough spot for him. He's got a lot of gold, but zero production, zero forward momentum. And meanwhile, Ukra does not have a good wall here. She's just making these, like, this looped pattern right here with a little choke point. I don't know what that's doing. If I'm Wanky, right, and I make military, I'm not going to be coming through that hole. There's a castle right bloody there. If I come through, castle just destroys me. So, you're going to go around the side, take out a house. Literally, one house makes enough of a choke point that you can just funnel all your dudes right through. Not going to attack this castle. You're going to attack the side. Probably even this side, too. You bang on this door a little bit, maybe some military comes down, but you get into that wood line, come down here, it's open. It's so open. University in the back, I don't know why she did that. That doesn't make any sense. This stone's almost depleted. This gold is almost done. No, like little bit of gold up here. I would commit more to that. Tons of food. I don't know exactly what she's thinking, but that's fine. Lots of wood here for Wanky. Okay, breaking down the wall. I'm gonna go forward with some villagers. Now he's gonna see that gap in the wall. Probably guess that. Idleville here. Still not getting the forward resources, but he doesn't need to. He can just sit in the back. He's got gold back here. He's got gold here. Stone in the back. Totally fine. Committing more vills to this wood up here. We're going to go a little faster here. Oh, some combat from a lion. That's fine. Yeah, if we play this back in normal speed, it's going to be pretty slow. I probably should sped it up a little more early on, but that is fine. See these villagers. What are they seeing? Doesn't see the castle. It sees the castle now. It's retreating back. That's the only type of scouting that Wanky has had since the start of the game. Defensive castle. Whole bunch of stables. Oh, we're going with the knights. That's what I'm saying, dude. We're going with the knights. Got another Eagle Scout out. Yep, he's gonna see the house wall around this back here. Castle coming out. Got all these stables. Ooh, committing to this lumber camp. Okay, this one's getting a little bit low. Tons of houses to make room for the knights. Ukra advances to Imperial, whereas Wanky is still in Castle for no reason. He should have been up a long time ago. I think that was a mistake on his part. Should have researched the technologies, built the buildings that he needed in order to advance. Meanwhile, we have bloodlines and husbandry. So now we're gonna have upgraded knights. Let's see what's Ukra doing. Oh, combat down here. Oh, didn't see what was going on there. Ukra, not a ton of military. Building second castle with one villager. Don't know why she committed to that. Not a ton of military coming in. Just some pikemen, just some skirmishers. Her resources not doing good. 33 on food is decent. Getting that relic right there. Easy pick. Southern gold. 17 on gold, but she doesn't have a ton of expenditure. Full population, 200 population. Wanky finally going to the Imperial Age. Probably should have done that a long time ago. Now he's going to be mining the Satan gold. Hail Lucifer. This woodline's not very efficient, but this one is. Military, again, forward stone. Oh, okay. Might have to do something with those villagers, right? He's going into Mangonels. Okay. Maybe he's anticipating some kind of infantry. Sees the pikemen come in. That's going to be a hard counter to the knights. Upgrading nice to the Cavalier now. And then we got some Trebs and some Lightus in there just to mix in some of that unit composition. Should probably make a couple more stables. Get some more upgrades. Yep, he's getting armor upgrades. He's got resources. He's got time. Forward castle, not ideal. I don't know why that was a choice. He just tread that down. Ukra Girl's coming in the side here. Let's see how this battle plays out. That castle will be denied. I don't know what she was thinking with that. This castle is going to go down too. Did not commit the villagers to repairing that. That was a mistake. 100%. These Mangonels are going to... Now Onagers. Got the Onager upgrade. And these knights will be decimated, unfortunately. Yeah, that's rough. Committing so much gold to that attack. Just being torn down by trash units. Will he get the spike here? No, I don't think that's going to do it. He's going to get some, but I don't think it's going to be worth it. That investment's not going to be worth it. Second castle in the back here. Then finally, Hussar's coming out. Okay, he got the Hussar upgrade. He's got so much food. How much food does Wanky have? Almost 3k food. So, of course, he's going to go Hussar. Just start spamming them, using up any kinds of resources he has. Eco's going pretty strong. The problem is all these idle villas are not doing anything. He's not utilizing them to his full potential. Food economy not expanding. He's just focused on military. These villagers are going around the left side. What is he doing there? Well, we'll check back on them in a second. Back castle, decent. Yeah, those Onager shots are going to be decent. Will this castle go down? Not right now. Not right now. Castle almost built. And a side castle from Wanky. He is going to start pressuring this line right here. He can just scoot right in this wood line right here, or even crack through the houses. That's a brilliant play on his part. And meanwhile, Jaguar Warrior's coming out. The problem is that Ukra is not pushing. She should be pushing her advantage instead of letting Wanky build in the back. Wanky has had a way stronger economy than her, which is hopefully going to pay dividends for him. These two guys just hanging out. It's literally red versus blue. Like, you ever wonder what we're doing here? Type of thing. They're all staring at each other. They're yelling from across the distance. Having fun. This castle's going to go up. I don't even think she sees it. She sees it. She's not doing anything about it. Instead of having these units sit here, she should have been moving around to push that advantage. She sees the Cavalier and the Hussars. Yep, there goes the castle. It's going to be pressuring on that side. What's Wanky Donk doing? Wanky Donk doesn't see any military here. He might suspect that she is creating something, but he's going to have to push to find out. This back castle, no Trebs yet. These old collecting wood, might as well, right? The stone abandoned. Trebuchet finally coming out. You got to get down that castle, dude. Got to get that down. Back home, only 2 relics for Wanky, so the knights are only going to have +2 attack. Woodline being efficient. This woodline almost done. And side stables too. So with Wanky's food resource, he can start spamming Hussars into this line right here because he knows this is probably going to be a weak point for her. Meanwhile, just keep her occupied up front with the Trebs, with the Onagers. Keep her attention here, and you attack in the rear. That rhymed? Did not mean to. And more stables in the back. So you can't spam Cavaliers or Paladins this late in the game, especially not with that gold, only 500 gold. But with Hussars, he's going to be able to. Let's see how that plays out. Sees the military here. Don't know how that's going to play out. Treb's coming in the side. He's really going to be focusing on this house portion. This is why you don't make walls out of houses, because 2 Treb shots, you're in. That's unfortunate. Is there going to be any action from Ukra Girl here? I'm not exactly sure. I mean, Trebs on the side here, defensive castle. Don't know how it's going to play. I don't think that's not going to work. These Hussars are... And Paladins now. Woo, Paladins for Wanky. Going to take down those Trebs super easy. Oh, we have a massive battle out front. Let's go. First castle is down. We got the Onagers coming in on the side. Taking down those trash units. These Cavaliers and Hussars are going to clean up. We got some Trebs coming in. It's definitely going to knock down that castle. She doesn't have enough resources or military to kind of sneak in and deal with that. This Trebuchet not doing too much. This Trebuchet also not doing too much. Winky's going to focus that down, take away that advantage for her. This whole front military is going down. She should have back military buildings, back production buildings, but she doesn't. She just has a castle on the side. Jaguar warriors coming in, going to take care of these Hussars pretty easily. Elite Jaguars are killers against cavalry. Meanwhile, taking down these houses here. Got another castle on the side here. Wanky is pushing his advantage despite not having enough exploration to cover most of the map this game. He has really kind of pushed the military advantage. Another town center forward. I don't think he's going to consider this game going into long term. Not with this amount of unanswered military. A lot of this is going down. That castle is going to be a big threat. But again, you know, you got Trebs right here. Going to take that down quite handily. Zero protection in the middle here. She is not doing anything. Yeah, the castle went down on this side from the Trebs. Wanky's not going to be able to protect this left flank. These stables were very temporary. Not going to do much against the Jaguar warriors. So yeah, he's kind of given up, pulling those villagers back. But pushing the middle. She should be focusing on the middle rather than taking out these production buildings. You know, this is just a clean sweep in the middle here from Wanky. There's really no answer that you can have. These cavalry... even though weak against eagles and pikemen, they're going to do wonders. Town Bell, she should not be doing that. She's got to keep her villagers out. Maybe even, instead of Town Bell, just pull a couple back, make a defensive castle here, just spam out barracks just so you can produce pikemen to deal with this. But you can't. Too little, too late. That town center goes down. This town center soon to follow. Jaguars coming up. Onager shot. No, there is no Onager. Ah, Wanky, what are you doing? You're hitting your own units, dude. Will it pay off? I don't think so. The Jags are going to win this fight. Unfortunate. More Jaguars coming to the side here. Idle Trebuchet. These stables largely ignored, except for that Treb right there. And then the villagers are going to get cleaned up. She did not do anything to protect them. You got to reboom. You got to build back TCs. Got to build back TCs. And just coming in, just the sheer number of military just going to take down this town center. She's not rebooming. She's not making any effort. She just kind of clicked her military and off she went. Now this full-on Hussar spam from Wanky coming in. And this is the GG in a couple moments here. She has Eagles queued up. It's not going to do anything. It's, like I said, too little, too late. Idle Jags here. These Jags should take this fight. I don't know why she's running. That was a very stupid move on her part. And these Hussars just auto-attacking all these farms. I would keep retreating back, keep pushing the advantage. Idleville's here, not ideal. Super tons of wood. Back home, everything's pretty quiet. I mean, that gold's almost the Satan gold is almost depleted. Lucifer kind of came in and helped Wanky kind of dominate. Yeah, these Hussars coming in. That's an easy cleanup. Jaguars should win, but there is zero economy going on. Let's see what her economy is. Yeah, she's got one person on a resource and tons of wood. There's not enough production. She's literally got this military, these villagers, finally unringing the town bell. Like I said, too little, too late. Should have been ungarrisoned a long time ago. Made some defensive buildings. Now, the attack has stopped temporarily, but the spam is returning. More onagers coming up. These trebuchets waiting for the cover of the cavalry. We're going to see attack down the side here. Needs to get rid of that castle. She has stone. She should be building another castle right here, just for that defensive factor. and still producing eagles out of this one barracks. You have so much wood, my dude. You don't have enough wood left. You didn't commit to any of the side wood. So wood income down. Needs more military buildings. Meanwhile, Wanky is pushing the offensive, coming in with onagers, coming in with cavalry, with elite Lightus now coming in. But these Trebs are going to take down that TC super easy. Yeah, you didn't reboom, and these military are idle. Meanwhile, the Hussar spam is coming right back in again. These Eagles will get taken down. There's zero defense for these onagers. I mean, Okra should have called the GG a long time ago. Why are you building a mill? You just build a town center. There's no reason for you not to build another town center. You have no... And that's the GG. That is it. Man, what a game, huh? With Wanky not having any exploration for the better part of this game, and then suddenly building that center military, doing the Hussar spam. Not as much Lightus as we would like to hope. That's fine. Supplemented with the onagers. That came out to be quite entertaining. And all this gold inside, I didn't even realize that. But this side technique with the stables distracted her long enough that I think that she committed too much for military to this rather than dealing with the main problem. And it was just open. It was open game here. And, Wanky could just come in, just flood everything. She did not build anything. She replaced both her town centers with one mill. Should not have done that. She should have built a town center back here, used that wood to create a bunch of farms, get some wood economy going. Also use that wood to build a ton of barracks here, maybe here, just to be a little bit protected, and then just brought out pikemen. But she didn't. She panicked. She was like, I gotta send in my military to deal with stuff, and then she made a whole bunch of Jaguar warriors, which are very expensive, gold-wise. Cleaned up the cavalry quite well, but again, Wanky won this. Let's look at the statistics real quick. I mean, the score from Wanky, 2,000 more, more military, more economy, way more economy. Ukra just did not have the push that she needed for resources. For military, Wanky obviously killed a lot more. He's going to with all those onagers and her building a lot of trash units, destroyed a lot of buildings. That makes sense. He kind of pushed the offensive. But she had a larger army, 20 more units. 30,000 food, 34,000 wood. A stark 13,000 wood difference because Wanky's just he bottled himself in for that economy. He's like, you know what? I don't have scouting. I'm not going to make a push if I don't need to. I'm just going to sit back, hope she doesn't attack, and build up my economy. She had more stone, but ultimately that didn't matter because she built a ton of castles, but she didn't do too much with them. And around the same gold, Wanky was just... He had that Satan gold. That Satan gold was what did it. Technology, super fast feudal time for Wanky's rank, almost 10 minutes. And then 3 minutes later was Ukra. And then around the same time for Castle. And then Imperial, Wanky had a much, much later Imperial. Going over to Society, she had more relics. She had more gold. But again, Wanky had the villagers. Ukra only had a maximum of 93 in that game. Meanwhile, Wanky had 120. And look at the timeline, we can see like Wanky had zero military. Like this one at the beginning was that scout, which then died, and then zero military for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and then started making a little bit, and then at the end of the game he kind of made that push to make more military. He did not delete any villagers, which I found was interesting. Meanwhile, Ukra kind of had a gradual increase toward the end, but then lost a bunch right here. Ultimately, just a very, very good game. These players were pretty low rated, maybe around 700 or 800 rank, which is about average for your casual player, and the game took an hour. So I enjoyed watching this game, going and looking at it, seeing both players' strategies was interesting. Again, Ukra did not make that push with military. Meanwhile, Wanky kind of had a slight idea of what he was doing. He just sent in the Hussars as strategic points. Also, I should mention, I did not mention this at the beginning because I wanted it to be kind of a surprise and an unbiased view of the game, but Wanky Donk was actually myself. I broadcast my own game. I did know sort of what I was doing in this game. I knew the pressure with Hussar if I had that much food, so I just spammed them out and looked for choke points that I could kind of pressure her at. I thought she was going to have more back buildings, but she didn't. She didn't really have anything, which was a plus for me. But yeah, I kept this game a secret as it being my own game, just because I wanted y'all to see kind of a genuine reaction to some stuff. And I forgot a lot of the stuff that happened in this game, a lot of the strategic plays that I made, but it was kind of fun to go in as a caster and kind of highlight some of the things that I did or Ukra Girl did, and just kind of go from there. And like I said, this is my first cast. This is my first Age of Empires 2 video where I'm just commenting on a video. I might have had an older gameplay video a while ago, but I can't remember. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot. I know the Age of Empires 2 community is kind of small, but it's growing in size, and some of you watching might have played this as a kid, so maybe this is your entry back into playing the game. It's only like $20 or something like that on Steam. The HD version is $20 as well, but I would recommend getting the definitive edition just because it's smoother graphically, and there's some minor tweaks and fixes that weren't present in the HD version. But again, thank you for watching. Thank you for being patient with me, as this is my first broadcast. If you've seen a lot of these professional people like T90 Official and Viper where they're commenting on stuff, I don't have as much game knowledge as them, but I try my best. And like I said, thank you for being here, and thank you for being a part of this YouTube family. So I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.